remembered deep in your veins. Follow the tide, let your spirit know you found your way to Dark Moon Radio. Dark Moon Radio. The river hums and the path still calls, echoes dancing through ancient halls. Morning rises upon the stream, carrying fragments of forgotten dreams. The pulse beneath the turning day, the quiet truth beneath the play. A shared horizon, a beating heart. Together now, the worlds apart. Ancient stone source, remembered deep in your bones. Follow the tide, let your spirit know you found your way to Dark Moon Radio. Dark Moon Radio. The pulse, the wave, the undertones. A distant light that leads you home. The water moves, the journey flows. The river always seems to flowing waters, ancient stones, source remember, deep in your bones. Welcome home, welcome to Dark Moon Radio.
Good morning. Welcome to the Dark Moon Radio Show. I think I'm up and running. I'm late. Yes, I know. Bad me. Bad me, I'm late. But life goes, let's go fast. Time is a weird thing sometimes. Yeah, I forgot the time. I knew it was like 8:30ish, and then I thought, oh, well, I got loads of time. No. And then I thought, no, I've got to get onto YouTube. I think I'm in YouTube. I don't know. I know that there is a lip sync problem. I know there is. That doesn't mean to say I can do anything about it, all right? So I'm sorry, YouTube, if there is a lip sync problem. In other words, you can hear my movement. Yeah, you can hear see my mouth moving. But yes, it's the sound delay. Huh. I shall look into that. I was going to look into it last week. It didn't actually happen. Yeah. Some days they've changed my meds and I'm like really tripping these meds. I'm not sure I should be on meds. I'm pretty sure I should not be on meds. But anyway, hello to YouTube, I think. I have to check you. But hello to my radio show if you're listening, because I know I'm late. You probably thought, oh, she's not coming today. Oh, I'm buggered off. That's all right. It's all right. I'm going to do it anyway. So let's see. YouTube is going. It looks like it. Live now. Okay, I'm not going to get that bothered. By the way, just breathe. Deep breath. Got it. Yes, I've got to set up. Even found a hairbrush just for you. Just especially for you. So, okay. I did some notes. I did it a couple of hours ago. Sitting on the deck Oh, we had such an adventure yesterday. But anyway, that will come in a bit. I've lost my notes. Of course I have. Where's my notes come? Oh well, never mind. I don't need notes. I'm a professional, like hell. There we go.
One small light, one small flame, quietly changing the whole wide game. Remember the dark moon rocks throughout the night.
It does indeed. Okay, now my daughter lost her dog. Yes. I'm not sure of the details. But Dee, I want to sort of dedicate this morning radio show to Dee. Because I don't really get enough time to talk about stuff like this to peoples. So I'm going to talk about it to you. It's like grief. And puppies. Now you see my puppy is sitting at my hip right now. And yeah, Dee. Short for D for dog. Or Delilah. I never worked out, but my kids used to name things strangely. Dee. Dee is was a collie mix. And I didn't know much about dogs, but I found her a puppy. And this puppy seemed to be the one she wanted. And she was very hard to tame and to make obedient and to toilet train and things like that. It was just, we didn't know what we were doing. But we learned fast. And my beautiful garden, it was a little tiny garden, the back of a council house. And yeah, I sacrificed it. I realized she needs to dig and she's going to dig up my garden. And that's kind of where my garden went. It became a toilet for the dog. So I accepted that. I didn't really, it was like, well, dog comes first. That was it. And we had to drive for miles and miles and it was a big sacrifice getting that dog for my daughter. I don't think she ever realized that, how hard it was. But yeah, she was okay. She and I had to learn how to take her to walks because, of course, the kids, oh yeah, we'll always walk it. No, they didn't. It was Mummy's job, clean up after her, Mummy's job to take her to walks, and I didn't enjoy that because she'd wrench my arm out of its socket and my wrists and ankles and stuff were really sore. But I do it because that's what you do. That's the things you do. And Dee wasn't she was a friendly thing. She would just wanted to love you and stuff. But life went on around her, and I guess I moved out of the family home, and I guess my daughter had to take over, and that was probably a good thing. I don't know what went on so much. All I know is that Dee was shipped over to America in December, and I got a chance to see her again after about 5-6 years. And she was a little sweetheart. She was all glowing, and she was devoted to my daughter. And my daughter was devoted to her. And my daughter went over to America, and Dee was shipped out too. And now I hear that Dee was failing fast and was put down as she was. This was like 10, 12. Okay, that's not bad. But yeah, it's an interesting thing. I'm sorry for my daughter's loss. I really am. So I'm going to play the Silver Lady of Grief. Silver Lady of Grief. I wrote this for another grief, but it's still a grief.
When the silver moon climbs softly above the sleeping plain, there's a mother in the silence who has learned the shape of pain. She does not ask for answers. She does not curse the sky. She simply keeps the night watch with tears she does not hide. If your heart is tired tonight, Listen for the quiet footsteps. She's walking here with you. Ninga, great lady of the moonlit sky, hold the ones who wake and wonder why. Gather every broken dream, every whispered prayer unseen under your pale silver light. Carry us through the night. She watched the towers crumble. She heard the children cry. She held a fallen city beneath the morning sky. Even gods know heartache, even stars can fade. Love is never weakened by the tears that it has made. Every soul that mourns belongs to an ancient lullaby. The moon has always listened long before we learned to cry. Ninga, great lady of the moonlit sky, hold the ones who wake and wonder why. Gather every broken dream, every whispered prayer unseen under your pale silver light. Carry us through the night. If I cannot hold the ones I lost, will you remember them for me? If love can cross the rivers of the dead, let it travel quietly like moonlight upon the sea. Ninga, mother of the silent hours, teach these grieving hands their strength, not by forgetting, not by leaving, but by loving through the ache. For every tear becomes a river, every memory becomes a flame. Nothing loved is ever wasted, nothing cherished leaves unchanged. When sleep will not come, look to the moon. Somewhere the great lady is still awake.
There we go. In memory of D. D for Delilah, D for dog. In memory of D. These guys, these precious beings, yeah, I feel for my daughter who has lost her dog. I'm very, very sorry for her. And I'm sorry for D. I kind of, yeah. Anyway, okay, let me tell you about this morning. The weather forecast for the Canal. It's 19 degrees out there. It was a bit chilly this morning. It was about 16 degrees out there this morning. It's like, okay, I can deal. A little cardigan, a little shawl. That's fine. But yeah, there's storms in the air, maybe. Yeah, it's just one of those, like, everything is dry. Everything is dry and everything is my herb my herb box on the roof is like parched. Everything's like paper up there. Try herbs that dry themselves. Oopsie. But I can't get water to them. I can't get at there. So it's like, yes, okay. There is something needs to be done up there. I've tried to throw water at it. Nah, it's not happening. So we just do the things we needed to do. Right. Where have my notes gone? I'm going to play a little bit of a lively thing. Let's have the holy no. I got involved with Lilith. Lilith is the archetype of the holy no. It's like there's a lot of them, well, a lot of the dark goddesses who just said no. You ain't playing. And she has got to be the top of the tree, just the holy no. So this was one of the many that I wrote on Lilith. The holy no.
Say her name, Lilith. Say your own with pride. Speak it like a spell, love. Let it echo far and wide. I am the dark moon rising, the truth they tried to hide. I am Lilith's daughter. I will not be denied. I spoke the secret name with fire in my throat. Every scar became a lesson. Every wound became a note. I came from the same earth before him. So many lies I watched them spin, but they wrote me a story where I'd kneel and obey. They said, bow down, stay small, know your place and comply. But my spine was forged in starlight, so I learned to defy. I spoke their secret name with fire in my throat. I let it roar wide and far. My rage became a note. They can call me demon, they can call me child. Every name they threw at me only showed me the wild. Say her name, Lilith. Say your own with pride. Speak it like a spell, love. Let it echo far and wide. You were never born to wither. You were always born to fly. Sacred is the soul that whispers, I will not be denied. Here's to every woman who outgrew the cage, who stopped apologizing for the fire and the rage. Here's to evolution that feels like exile first, to the ones who chose their freedom even through the thirst. We're not broken, we're not lost, we're not led astray. We're just finished giving pieces of ourselves away. Watch us grow our wings from sacred righteous flame. Watch us write new endings no one else can claim. Say her name, Lilith. Say your own with pride. Speak it like a spell, love. Let it echo far and wide. You were never born to wither. You were always born to fly. Sacred is the soul that whispers, I will not be denied. I am the sacred refusal. I am the holy no. The doorway into freedom only exiles ever know. Hands to earth.
was, yes. Look, I get that I use the AI to make my music. Okay, I get it. I get that it's like not everybody's thing. I should have been a 20-year studying music and create music, but I could never create anything like that. I mean, I've tried. I've got a little mini lab, and I'm doing the sort of the courses on how to use it. Um, but it's going to take me years, and I don't think I've got years, to be honest. I want to. This are my words. This is my voice. Um, and it's not my music. It's the AI, and I'm very grateful for AI. It's a machine. You know, when Cher. This is my argument every time. Cher used auto tune, did she not? She's got one of the most bestest voices ever, and she used auto tune, and I hated it from the start because it was flat. But anyway, if she can use sort of things to take the sound and modify it, then but a lot of people doing this, and that's fine. I get it, but it's copyright friendly. It's easy to upload everywhere. They don't mind. It's my voice, and I will use that voice right the way through it. And I'm using my words, and hearing my words like this is freaking amazing. Is awesome. These are my words. I wrote this. It's like, woo. So yeah, I'm going to write lots of words now. It's encouraged me to be creative. I did a whole batch last week, and yeah, I'm very grateful for the AI to do this. I also say right from the start that I would have never ever got the tech on this without AI talking me through it. Now, I don't happen to like some of the stuff that goes on in the AI industry. Um, but I don't have much choice or even say in all of that. I just happen to not like it. Um, I've got work to do to get this up and going. Um, been talking me through the whole thing. It's like, okay. So, to this morning, borrowed water, borrowed strength. So this was a fresh morning. It's overcast but dry. Grass growing brown in the heat. Canal looking lush around the edges but murky as hell. After yesterday's water drama. So, hello from the Kennet Naven. The herbs are somehow alive, and the canal has decided to become a muddy stew with philosophical undertones. Then it's going into sort of the water level story, right? So this is what I wrote about. Borrowing from Peter to pay Paul. This is your canal life anchor today. Right. So, the pound. You know what a pound is, don't you? It's 2 locks. So we got 2 locks, one either side of us, and yes, so it's going downhill. So the pound started to drop fast yesterday. And I've been on dropping pounds before, but not that fast. And I saw all these bubbles coming up. I got actually quite a good video. Bubbles coming up, and it was coming up under the boat, and as it makes a strange noise. It's like, okay. So I took a video. I sat around, stuck my head out. Okay. And then suddenly, yeah, we ain't moving no more. We like on the bottom. And yeah, okay, we know what to do. We've been in, but we didn't realize how shallow this one was. But it went down fast, and yeah, we went. One of us went down to the lower lock. One of us went up. I went up to the lock at the top. It was like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, something like that. It was hot, and of course, immediately got an aphid attack. Palpitations. No, thank you. But I emptied the lock. There was a whole lock full of water there, so I let all that out. And I thought, saw upstream, you have to borrow from Paul to pay Peter. And I was watching. There was other boats up there, but they were still floating. So, and we have no other choice. So you've got to make the decision to say, right, I'm going to take your water. That's the way it goes. So you drop the paddles The paddles are the sort of the gates, sluice gates, and yes, it controls the water in the lock. So as the lock was emptying, I opened half, a trickle there, and then I lowered the other one until it's a trickle. So it was a trickle either side. And it gives people up the top there to go and get some from their top, but I'm not going all that far. So I left it as a trickle, and my partner found that there was a trickle going down that side. So in other words, somebody down the other end has done the same thing, and then as we go down, then we're sending the next one down. So it'll work itself out somewhere up the line. But going to borrow water, and it's always like, I don't want someone to come up and say, no, you can't take our water. Yeah, well, we're freaking well on the ground now. And yeah, right over underneath the bow of the boat, there is a tire, and it was actually keeping us quite level. So there was, okay, somebody's thrown a tire into the canal. It happens. Look, it's a man-made thing, canals. And an awful lot of things run off the fields. So we're not talking precious here. There's a lot of reed beds, and it does clean itself up very quickly, but every now and again it now looks like a stew pot, and it gets its usual diesel and oil spills and things like that. We're boats, we're not that precious. And the canal itself, yes, it's best to keep it environmentally friendly as possible, but the whole thing is designed to take humans, and humans are not nice creatures when it gets back down to this. But somebody threw a tire in the and we actually landed on it. We're like, okay, yeah, systems that only work when someone notices and intervenes. It would have been nice if the Canal and River Trust people, these are the people that manage it, sort of take over, and they're really good, but it's a lot of canal. So yeah, sometimes canal life is less romantic drifting and more emergency plumbing with ducks, but the ducks all disappear, and also the fish disappear, and you wonder where they go. Maybe they're the bubbles. I don't see any dead fish floating to the surface. They have like done generations after generations living in these pounds, and either they know how to follow the water or somehow they find the puddles and stay there, or they bury themselves. And I will have to ask someone, because that actually is intriguing. So, okay, there are days when we're all borrowing from the next pound up just to get enough water under us to float again. It was a tough weekend. It was a very pretty weekend. But yeah, sometimes we borrow from the next pound up. It's like energy. Energy, we have to borrow energy. We borrow spoons because we don't have enough at the moment right now. So we borrow stuff, and we've got to pay it back. Luckily, there's no way I'm shipping water up to the place where we borrowed it. But the theory is with energy is you've got to give it back, or it's got to allow itself to refill again. Especially when you're feeding other people, when you're giving them energy, when you're pouring energy into another creature, another person. And yeah, it's got to level it out. If they are taking too much from you, you tend to fade, and usually your survival instincts kicked in. So we all feed off each other. You've heard my rants about vampires and stuff like that. We all feed. It's just a matter of, do we give as much as we take? And I like to think that I've balanced out so much. I will not feed another person, and it's not unless there's something in for it. It's not that bad, but I can't feed another person right now. And I think maybe some people don't. People where I love to listen to and I love to chat with, and it's not all the way that easy to balance that energy up anymore. and I'm not giving as much as I used to. And that's a tough one for some people. I've lost friends recently because I felt that, yeah, that they were trying for me to give something and I just didn't have it anymore. The stroke has taken an awful lot. And I'm still trying to work out what the heck it's given back. But yes, are we borrowing from someone just to get enough water under us to float again? I'll always feed someone energy to watch them float. You get a lot of boosting to watch somebody rise and thrive. But yeah, small transfers of energy, borrowing patience from tomorrow. So tomorrow you won't get any. There's no patience to be put in. Borrowing courage from routine, because they're doing something every daily, getting into good habits, that sort of thing. One of the things I'm very proud of is this is my 3rd week of keto. There's been a few, but on the whole, I'm not eating carbs anymore. It's like that. I'm not drinking. I'm not eating carbs. I'm given up sugar because I can't borrow from sugar anymore. I'm having to find time to do things like rest, but I'm not resting. I'm really bad at resting. I lie there and I'm like, okay, I'm tired. I want to sleep. And my mind goes, oh, well, now you could lying down. We can think about stuff. We can worry. It's not a good thing. But yes, and things like hope for the future. Have you ever worked out that if you plan for the future, that you don't necessarily get those plans? Yeah, it's borrowing things. The borrowers. It's a lovely little kiddie thing about people who used to live in the floorboards and stuff. The borrowers. Terry Pratchett. But they borrowed stuff. Another word for tea leaves. Thieves. Anyway, let's play another tune. And we'll get back to this in a bit.
Something is moving beneath the ground, not a voice and not a sound, more a feeling beneath my skin that says the old world cannot hold me in. The familiar walls begin to fade, the comfortable cage I helped create. What once felt safe now feels too small, and something waits beyond it all. I do not know where this road goes, only that standing still now hurts. The seed is breaking, the root is growing, the path is opening without my knowing. The shell is cracking, the wheel has spun, and somewhere beyond the horizon, I have already begun. The morning comes before the sun, the journey starts before it's begun. 1,000 signs I cannot name, yet nothing ever feels the same. The old skin pulls against the bone, the future calls me from unknown. Not through force and not through fear, but through a truth I cannot unhear. Breathe, listen, something ancient remembers. Breathe, listen, something forgotten stirs. Breathe, listen, the path beneath your feet is moving. The next version of you is waiting. The seed is breaking, the root is growing, the river is finding a way of flowing. The shell is cracking, the wheel has spun, and somewhere beyond the horizon, I have already begun.
Now, last week I did something very silly. I hit the delete button on my entire radio station. I was like, no, don't do that. Ah, shit. Nope, too late. Okay. But I rebuilt it. I built it the first place, and I did back up, so yeah, it was okay. It just took a lot of swear words. It definitely took a lot of swear words. But I'm looking at it now, and yeah, it's fine. So, how you doing? Are you making it through another Monday morning? Guys, Monday the 13th. Tomorrow is another dark moon. I did do a little bit of recording about that. I like when I can record notes. So you just sort of remember. Otherwise, I would be lost. My goodness, ChatGPT is my memory. It makes mistakes. It's not brilliant sometimes. But yeah, where is it? There we go. Moon will be effective. Dark moon is upon us. That'll be tomorrow's things. I shall talk about it tomorrow. Join me on my radio station if you're up on YouTube. My radio station's got tunes 24/7. Internet, there's a podcast and stories hour, lots of stuff. Some of the tunes need to go. I'm a bit sad about that. Some of the old tunes, yeah, they weren't good. They weren't good. Sound system was up all over the place. I didn't know about that sort of thing. Some of the things have to go, and I'm sad because it took me a while to work out how to do that. It's a symbol. The boat was partly propped up by a tire under the water. That's a lovely image, you know. We've got a slight V bottom, right? So the bottom is kind of like that, which means that we can moor a little closer to the side if it's a shallow edge. But the V bottom had a tire on the yeah. So we didn't actually notice. Usually we sort of keel over. This time the tire was there. So we don't always know what is holding us up. It might not be elegant, it might not be planned, it might be ugly, old, half submerged, practical, but it holds. You know, sometimes what keeps you upright is not graceful. Sometimes it's just it's a puppy wanting his tummy tickled. Oh, he was so cute. We went to this pub, and he's not good with people. He's not. But he tries, and he sits, and I try and give him emotional support. Yes, he's meant to be my emotional support animal, and we don't. But I prop him up. And there's this lady who wanted to be friends. Now, so many people go, "Oh, is he friendly?" We just say no, because 9 times out of 10 he'll just bark and growl. He'll just bark and growl, say my space. And people will come up and they'll put their hand over the top, like sort of to the dog, and the dog will go, "Whoa, you're coming for my eyes." What? And yes, then he'll start barking and growling and feeling attacked. And oh, stop waving your arms and your paws and legs like this. So the lady got biscuits, and of course he's a Labradoodle Alsatian mix, and he's got biscuits. Yeah, he's very stomach orientated. Stop it, stop it. Ah, and yeah, my partner has got where he holds. If you hold a biscuit in your teeth, he'll hold it in his teeth, and he'll very gently come take it off you. And this lady did, and everyone clapped. It was a good party trick. But yes, it's a good way of being propped up, and how we prop each other up. And yeah, there's all kinds of things. Coffee. Yes, you see, I know I'm a tea drinker, but now I'm drinking coffee. Why? Because it gives me the brain boost. Also, it's keto. Tea, I like my milk and honey, and I'm not having that. So I am definitely not having that. So I'm coffee. Coffee is propping me up. It's my tire under the hull. And you start looking around what props me up. Certainly my partner is a good solid emotional space for me. He may annoy the frickin' heck out of me. And yeah. But emotionally, he's a rock. He's not going to go all emotionally on me. Now, I will cry at a drop of a hat these days, and I can't help that. That's emotional dysfunction. Oh, baby. Emotional dysfunction. So when something is sad, I will cry. And it's not actually a bad thing. I'm trying to work around it. I'm trying to anchor it with some NLP. You just sort of, I'm solid, I'm strong. Every time I feel emotional, I'm solid and strong. It's called anchoring. So you watched Bill Clinton used to do his speeches that way. You know, you're emotionally, I'm feeling this, and why is something playing? Oh, something's gone ahead and doing its thing. I don't know. It's switched over probably. Maybe I better play a tune then. Doesn't like me talking. How bizarre.
The weird ones, the strange and the wild, the ones who never quite fitted the file, the dreamers and wanderers walking alone, searching for places that felt more like home. I like the black sheep that wandered away, refusing to follow what others would say. They listened instead to a voice deep within, a whisper that told them where they should begin. Here's to the weird ones, the odd and the free, the ones who became exactly who they're meant to be. The road may be lonely, the journey unclear, but the fire burns brightest in the hearts of the weird. I like the different ones, stubborn and true, who looked at the world and saw right through the masks and the stories, the games and the lies, and chose their own truth beneath open skies. They tried to walk pathways laid out by the crowd. They tried to stay quiet, obedient and proud, but something inside them would never comply, a spirit too fierce to surrender and die. Here's to the weird ones, the odd and the free, the ones who became exactly who they're meant to be. The road may be lonely, the journey unclear, but the fire burns brightest in the hearts of the weird. No matter how steep, no matter how rough, no matter how painful, no matter how tough, they knew it was written before they were born, like oak roots gripping through weather and storm, a mark in a spirit, a song in the bone, and knowing that says, you must walk this alone. They could never bend a knee to the wrong thing, never sell their soul for comfort or a king. They forged their own road through shadow and light, and learned how to trust what they knew was right. And if they had to do it all over again, through the heartbreak, the losses, the grief and the pain, they'd walk the same path beneath moon and sun, because being themselves was the only thing done. Here's to the weird ones, the odd and the free, the witches and dreamers beneath every tree, the black sheep, the outcast, the seekers revered. The world moves forward because of the weird. Here's to the weird ones, raise your voice and sing for every strange soul who could never fit in. The road may be lonely, but one thing is clear, I like those ones, the weird ones are here. Around every fire, around every moon. They find one another sooner or soon, and though they may wander through many a year, they always know when another weird one is near.
I don't get this. Sometimes I look at this and I think, okay, what's it doing now and why? Usually there's a logical thing. Usually. But I've just reset stuff. I might have to reset it again. It says it's doing its thing. I don't think I'm on radio. Oh dear. Well. It's after 10. I think we've had enough anyway. I've got a drive today. I'm going to go and visit my daddy and my mummy. So I've got to drive off. But anyway, I don't think my broadcast has got onto my radio for some strange reason. I laugh. I do laugh because it's ridiculous. I don't know what to do right now. Okay. When in doubt. Let's just put time to end this show. I was late this morning. I've put it together the best I can. It's not necessary. I have coffee. It's okay. Love you lots. Take care of yourselves and each other. Bye now.
Like the passing of time, but it is a good concept to put into rhyme. It goes too fast or too slow. My brain is always on the go. It was an inflicted thing that watches you tick while it rings. We strap it to us to make sure that time is correct through each door.